What the heck is that over there? Good morning, you too. Let's see here. Uh, let's turn the truck on. Let's see. What's up, Associate Minister? How was your Sunday doing? It's going to be my conversation for tomorrow. I'm gonna write that down. Why do so-called Christians think they better than everybody else? It's going to be my conversation for tomorrow. It's going to be my rant for tomorrow. I already know. You just helped me with that. That's gonna be my rant for tomorrow. And I ain't saying you a so-called Christian. I know you know what's up, but I was just thinking about that. And you've got people that are messing it up for ones that want to know about God. And weak mind folks. You got people messing it up for the rest. What's going on, Mike? I'm going. You know what? Before we do anything, I'll make me. Let's get some coffee going. Some coffee going. Guys, I don't know about your business, but the trucking business, it look like it's hunky dory. Like everything is okay. All these new TikTokers and YouTubers and all that. Bro, it's bad out here. Normally, I'm in the rest stop. Normally, it would be jam packed. Ain't nobody in here. Nobody's in here. This is it. I thought COVID was bad. I really did. White racist freaking stupid idiots that voted for Trump. This guy is destroying the country. People are stuck in the Caribbean, freaking stuck in the Caribbean. Can't even fly home. Unfreaking believable. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, you know, this this AI crap is going way too overboard. It really is. Um, now when you see something on the video, you got to really look at it, and you could tell it's not even right. What a joke. Yep. And then they acting like it's real AI. It's not real AI. This artificial intelligence. No, it's a freaking computer program. And half of them, like right now, they listening in on me. That's why I'm gonna be switching up. Um I might just be doing some videos sitting still instead of um instead of driving with this camera on. I don't want no drama. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no drama. Even though I ain't getting no work, I still want a job. You know what I'm saying? I sat I sat for 2 hours waiting on the load. I get kicked out. I got kicked out of Publix. That's a first. Normally I don't. I got kicked out of Publix waiting for a load. I'm sitting there begging for a freaking load. That's a shame when you got to beg for a load. And they got me a load that should have been picked up the day before. Make it make sense. I knew it was there. I could have started heading that way or something. It's just stupid, bro. They were probably doing what I was doing. You know, where the stop sign is compared to where the corner is 5 to 6 feet. And I'm so used to going up to the corner, like I'm so used to going up to the corner than looking left, then looking right, and then taking off. But I hear that stupid camera going, the false stop or whatever the heck it's called. Now I'm looking for that daggone stop sign. Like one guy didn't stop. Yo, I had to stop and look back and say, and because I was on the road yesterday to see if there was a stop sign, and there wasn't because I didn't hear that camera go off. And the guy came, he was coming out, and luckily I was going slow enough and I slammed on the brakes and I blew my horn, and he's waving, no, 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 I had the right of way. There's no stop sign, even though I was going the wrong way. Yeah, my wife it's so annoying. She loves to be in the fast lane, even though she ain't going fast enough. Hold on, let me check the back of the truck. Oh, you know why there's a mask mandate in Florida? Because it's fucking Trump. Oh, there's no sickness, there's no nothing. And all of these stupid Republicans sat there and believed that. There's no, it is nothing, and blah, blah. I remember there was one, it was a black guy. He did a radio show. He took over for Neil Boards, and he caught COVID and died. But there's no we don't need this. That's why, bro, I stay to my effing self. That's why I stay to myself. I used to have masks in the. I think I took them out. I'm gonna see if I can get me some more. I'm going past exit 62 today, so I'm gonna get a mask. This and oh, and what's the other one? See, this shows how stupid we've become again. It's like we've resorted back to being dumb. Remember how you could not go to school without getting your shots? You were not allowed in school. We've got measles on the uptake. We've got, uh, uh, I don't know what, they even found the bubonic plague somewhere in California. Make it make sense, guys. You got an outbreak of measles. You could make it make sense. I'm not getting my kid. I'm not getting my kid getting shots. But your mentality, I don't know what's in that. You're not a fucking doctor. Lord Jesus, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Some things. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a man. But normally I stay to myself. But see, this every once in a while I will. It's like, remember the video I did? I was up there in South Jersey. I'm in a whole restaurant. I'm by myself. Some people come in. They put them right behind me. The whole place is empty. And they're right behind me and they're talking. Motherfucker, really? And then you wonder why stuff spreads. And I just literally, Mike, I just watched it. I just, I just literally about 10 minutes ago. Thank you. They know everything about you. You're being tracked by this freaking phone. They're listening in. They're listening into this corny live. And next time you're out, because I know it's even in your town, look around. Just while you're driving or walking, look around and look up on the top of telephone poles. Look at the little. There'll be little. Um, they look like little construction. Uh, uh, Orange construction pieces of equipment. They're all over the interstate. They're built into certain places off of the interstate. What they do now is just put your license plate into the system, and they would. If you ever wonder why you keep on getting pulled over every once in a while, some cop put your license plate number in the system. They can track you all over the daggone United States. They can track you. Oh, but what I was saying is a Japanese uh, company or professor, they 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 wanted to show how quick transmission can happen, and they put some stuff on one guy's hand, and they were eating and so forth and so on, um and they went to a buffet, and by the end of it, turned out the lights, put a black light on. There was stuff on one person's face, stuff on the plates, everybody's hands, and they showed how quick transmission can happen. Got me thinking, someone left this in a truck. And then I remember, oh, hand sanitizer don't help, it just spreads it. You know what? Unless you got a degree, unless you got a degree in microbiology, shut the F up if you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Today, really, we got everybody think they know what they're talking about. I don't. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Hold on. I don't. Okay. Now here's the miracle. Listen. Oh, I knew it was going to get bad. I knew it was going to get bad. I knew, and I am somewhat a conspiracy theorist. I just don't say it. But when you just quiet and you look, it's quiet and you look and you notice. Now I don't notice nothing about nothing. I don't know there's nothing about nothing, brother. But look, if I notice it, it's obvious like a mother. See? If I notice it's obvious like a mother, yeah. But see, uh I've learned how to survive by myself. I don't need to be on them. I don't. You laugh about it, but that's why I don't like to go into, and I'm running out of the. I tell my wife to get me some more of these. They're the disposable washcloths. Like right now, I spent the night in a rest area. I mean, what do you do? But everybody worries more about. Well, I gotta get it to do this. Ugh. Oh man, and I ain't even gonna show you what that looks like. You get the stomach and the underarms. This is trucking, real trucking. Yeah, you know, it's like it's glamorous. Ain't nothing glamorous out here. Ain't nothing glamorous out here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing glamorous out here. I'm just being honest. Uh, oh, okay. Let me tell you why I did that subject on the thing. I was watching this TikTok video, and like, uh, yeah. Hey, Jake. Um, there was the guy was eating. Instead of him getting a knife and a fork, he had a tomahawk steak. He had a tomahawk steak, and he bit into it. And the wife was excited. The girlfriend is excited because he said it was delicious. And I looked at it. You could tell. You could tell it was well done. It was way past well done. And I went back into the I went back into the comments, and it was one person, the person that was saying that my so and so cooked this for 30 minutes. Where do you where do you know that anybody other than a black woman is going to have a hockey puck for a steak? I used to be in the restaurant business. I was a Navy cook. I was a assistant restaurant manager. I was a line cook. I was a line chef. Um, Now I'm not gonna eat nothing rare. I'll get it some in the medium, but the little pink or sometimes a little bit more. The more expensive steaks, you gotta watch them because the thick ones, it's a little gooey. But black women don't want to see new red. Yeah, and answer me in the comments. What is done to you? Do you like some pink? Do you like it mooing? Do you like it red? Now, if it's a thin steak, yeah. But if it's a thick steak, you gotta cook it a little bit more. They done lied and said all this white. You always hear wagyu. Real wagyu is expensive as all get out. Like four to 6 ounces of real wagyu will cost you over $200. And then they've got one that's even crazier than that. Um, it runs crazier than that. Okay, okay, okay. At least y'all ain't one. Like, what pisses me off is a black woman. Like, I've seen my wife do it, and I go, she'll order a filet mignon, and don't realize done, well done on the filet mignon, still got red in it. And I'll look at her, and sure that's what you want, because that's a very expensive cut of meat. Are you sure that's what you want? And I'll tell them, yo, bro, make sure they fillet. Yeah, real ragu looks like a piece of fat. You know what I'm saying? Real wagyu looks like a bit, and they don't allow. And they're saying they allow certain parts to be. It's not. Most of it is not allowed to be exported from Japan. It's a certain type of cow. But see, we got to have. But I can understand pork. The pork well done. Um, have you guys ever seen a video, and especially like in Japan? If you ever get a chance, look at like a Japanese video that does real ramen noodles, not this stuff we get here. And they'll take an egg, crack it open, and put it on top, just raw as all get out. Could you eat that? They're saying in Japan they don't have salmon. It doesn't have salmonella. They're that clean. Could you eat that? We have you remember growing up? Your mama said make sure you cook the pork real. You got to cook that pork real done, or like the collard greens. My wife will cook the collard greens till they're gray. Till it's gray. But we talk about uh, uh, eating healthy, but aren't you? And I'm just saying this is you and me talking here. Aren't you? I could go for that, Mike. Oh, okay, I could go for that. Going in a hot brawl. Like we went to this one place where it's like a split pan where they got you got certain spicy liquids in it. I forgot what they call that. I believe it's I think it's Korean. And you put the vegetables or the meat into the broth, and then you eat it. Man, that place off the chain. That place is off the chain. Um, there are some. I'm finding out now. There are some. Yeah, hot pot. There's some bacteria that cannot be killed by heat. The question is, how do you recognize it? You know what I mean? I stopped eating, and I didn't eat a whole lot of sushi. I've only had, I think I've only had real sushi once or twice. But when I was, I was watching a Keith Lee video, and he had a tuna roll in, not yeah, he had a tuna roll in on the thing, and he was putting it in his mouth, and they slowed it down, and there was a little worm, there was a little worm wiggling out on the end. I was done. It's what eats your brain. I hope nothing eats my brain because I don't have that many brain cells. But my thing is, like, I can like, for example, green beans. You go to a fancy restaurant, green beans are they're blanched, sautéed, and seasoned somewhat, and they're crispy. Well, al dente. You go to a black house, that sucker been cooking for hours. Which one do you prefer? Which one would you cook? Don't get me wrong, I cook both of them. I'll cook both of them. It just depends on what mood I'm in. But sometimes they say you can cook it out of it. You could cook it right out of it. But um, a lot of us, and but like I said, back to the sushi. That's why I stopped. I'll do like a California roll or whatever, something fake. Um, that's a lot of reason why I stopped doing that. You know, yeah, especially you guys in the gardening community, you spend months growing that vegetable, months cultivating that tomato, that green pepper, and that squash. You spend months cultivating that. You harvest it and you clean it up and you chop it up, and then you cook it in the mush. And you cook it in the mush. All that work you did, and you can't even enjoy it. That's what I'm getting at here. All that work, and then you made it into some Buck Rogers in the 24th and a half century protein mush. You know, one of the things I used to do is in the beginning of my trucking. I always have some in the beginning of my trucking career. I would come home and I moved in. I really wasn't because I wasn't there, but I was moved back in with my parents, and I had a room. And I'd come home, and you could see them in my old Instagram. I would make something, take a picture of it when needed, because I used to be a cook. Um, and I remember my mother got so jealous she thought I was taking a job because my father was had a stroke, and I'd have him try little bits and pieces. Say, "Hey, Dad, try this." And he, oh, that's okay. I don't like that. That's okay. And she would get, don't be cooking for your father. Okay, no problem. But I would cook the stuff, and then I would make a bowl or plate it up, try to be fancy about it, take a picture of it, and not even eat it. Isn't that crazy? And not even eat it. Hey, I saved the video, so I got to listen in and lock it into my memory. Wellness had pronounced her name on the video, so I got to get it. I got to get it and practice and get it locked into memory so I can start saying it. Because it is, you know what I mean. But she's coming up at 7 o'clock. But have you ever cooked something like in these fancy restaurants? A lot of the stuff that we think is normal is not is overcooked. Have you ever seen a? I think it was like some of this pork chops. They cook some of the pork like like it's like it's a steak or salmon. You know, no, not salmon, but yeah, I think it's not salmon. Certain fishes, they look raw to me. And this is the thing that I want people to know because I sat there and I was being a troll. I was being a troll on TikTok. And the person was we were going back for how you know it ain't done. You know, it's overcooked. I'm looking dead at it, I can tell you it's overcooked. And then I sent that picture that I've got on the thumbnail and it says the levels of the cooking. And then the bottom one, the bottom one was um you pee sitting down. The bottom one was you pee sitting down, and and that's okay for hey, good morning, good morning. You pee sitting down, but a dude ain't supposed to pee sitting down. We supposed to stand up and miss the whole thing. I got a toilet back in. I be missing that motherfucker all the time. Especially in the middle of the night. I know too much information. Um, but I understand the certain things. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? And this is a prime example. I got sinus problems too. I don't wear this because I got receding hairline. My hairline's back here. I don't wear this because I'm trying to look cool. I don't. I don't wear this because I'm balding. I don't wear this because if I don't put something on my head, if I don't put something, and I put it on my head every day, I will get one hell of a sinus headache, and I'll have sinuses so bad that I'll have to be hospitalized. That's why I wear these. That's why you see. That's what this is my signature look. But I learned when I moved to Georgia, it was happening all the time. They had to put an IV in me and all this stuff one time. I was like, then I figured out it doesn't happen when I put something on my head. Um, there is a in don't get me wrong, guys. There's you got the black British is so mad at us and saying, oh, there's no such thing as soul food. It's all taken from Africa and blah 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 blah. But here's the thing. Oh no, we understand. Shit. Um, the, the slaves, and everybody knows this, was given stuff that was the cheapest parts of the meat, the cow, the bones, and it's funny. I didn't know, and I really didn't start eating oxtails till 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't even know what the hell it was until Norma made it for me one day. But when you cook the meat for so long, it finally becomes tender. I made a mistake one time, and I've never smoked before in my hey. And my father had a pit on a trailer, and he asked me, could I cook for Jakes. Really, I just since I wear them all the time, I get different colors. But I was not trying to be. I'm not trying to be cool. A lot of truckers think I'm an old biker or something. Y'all see me smiling right now, but when I'm in public, I'll be mean mugging folks. I'll be mean mugging folks. I'll be like, and I'm naturally quiet. Being on being online helps me get out of that, but I'm naturally quiet. I just want to be left alone. But no, I put this on my head because I will get a thumping so bad. Exactly. But back to the food. We have learned over the generations to cook something low and slow, or keep cooking it until it becomes tender, and now it's an arm and a freaking leg. I I found a spot. I remember I did a video. It had a pig anus. It's a case of pig anus. I'm like, what the hell? It was an Asian market. Asian folks, they eat every bit of that. Asian Africans will eat every, and I understand. Let me go without some food for a week. It's on. I'm eating everything. Yeah, it's like, um, good morning. It's like lobster. I didn't know lobster was. They used to feed lobster to prisoners. They feed lobster to prisoners. Lobster was lobster was so abundant. It's crazy how you don't know your history. You know what I mean? But see, we will. I gotta get some crab legs. You know. But see, here's my thing. There's something different. Okay, and I gotta understand the tough cuts of meat. They got to be over. They got to be cooked for a minute. But sometimes, if you think about the vegetables that you eat, cook a pot of greens like your grandma used to do, and then cook a pot like you want it. There's gonna be a difference in that taste, don't you think? There's gonna be a difference in that taste. I got to my boy. I got a good chunk of cinnamon in here. I don't know what They say cinnamon is an anti-inflammatory. Woo, I like it. I like having cinnamon in my coffee. So, and I'm almost out, so I got to get me some more cinnamon. Um, I'm gonna. This ain't got nothing to do with it, but I got to start eating that kimchi I got in the. I bought a container of kimchi. I know I'm gonna be going to the bathroom a lot, but oh, I forgot to say, I have been fasting. I'm on like 28 hours right now. I see how long I could go, maybe the middle of today or whatever. Um, but I talk about me mugging. I was mad as hell yesterday, and I'm sitting wondering why am I mad? And I figured out hey, I ain't eating. I was mad as heck, but I actually woke up with some energy. I actually woke up. Oh man, I killed myself. But what is something that you cook? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what happened the last 2 weeks, but I normally eat once a day, and the reason why I eat once a day is because I'll catch the vapors. And what do you mean by the vapors? The vapors is I'll be sleepy. I want to go to sleep, so I don't like to eat and then get tired. And I noticed I get more tired because the body's going into overdrive trying to eat them carbs, trying to get those carbs. And it's telling me, hey, leave the carbs alone, stupid. Leave the carbs alone. But the carbs are delicious, but leave them alone. But the carbs are delicious, but I said leave alone. I be like, but I want the ice cream. I deserve it. What do you mean you deserve it, stupid? I deserve the ice cream. I deserve the bag of potato chips and Cheetos. I don't know if I'm gonna survive to tomorrow, so I want to have my potato chips and Cheetos. This is how I be thinking when I be in this truck. I want some Cheetos. I'm a grown ass man. And a lot of, you know, oh, okay, gotcha. You know why I be snacking? Irvin, you know why I be snacking? Because I get bored. I get bored. It's something that I'm used to. And that's where I need to start changing um my habits. You got to remember, this is years of a habit. We There was a person on the internet, and I said something. I said, and I literally said, stop making excuses for being overweight because we're so used to, well, I'll look like a crackhead. Well, then look like a crackhead, then fill the crack in. What do you mean by that? You see my face right now. Before I started the journey, to get this up, it was that round. I got pictures. You can see I did side by side pictures. I don't look like a crackhead. I got down to 230. I wanted to get down to 220. My wife got jealous and said some stuff, some hurtful stuff, and then I ballooned back up. I got it. I ballooned back up, and I was in my feelings when it happened. So now it's uh now I notice, and it's because of my, I don't have like flab, but it's because of my up and down, up and down. It's my body slowly taking it in, and I'm back to looking. See, us overeaters or overweight folks, we tend to beat ourselves up more than any one of you guys can do. I stopped doing that. I said, okay, well, I gotta get back. I gotta get back on my game. But before that, I was like, oh my god, I'm a fat ass. Oh my god, I suck. And I'll be eating ice cream while I'm doing it. Nah, 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 nah. We ain't doing that no more. But, and when stuff starts getting back to where I want it, I start feeling better. Like I woke up, I wasn't in as much pain as my old ass is. You know what I mean? I wasn't in as much pain. So that makes me want to keep going. It makes you want to keep pushing. It makes me want to think now, okay, if I'm taking all these supplements for vitamin D, vitamin this, and vitamin that, and vitamin this, vitamin that, and it's in the vegetables, am I cooking it out of the vegetables? So maybe I need to not have the green beans cooking in there for 20 minutes and maybe 5 to 10 minutes sauteed in a little bit of olive oil. And there's nothing wrong with that either, bro. You're just a meat eater, but but you're a gardener too. Where all the vegetables go? Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. What to get inflamed and everything that start acting up. You know what I mean? Um, and there's nothing wrong with just eating meat because um, meat is delicious. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it Oh, please don't tell me you got the vegans that I be reading stories that they go throw all the meat out in the house type per people. Nah, player. We weren't built like that. You know, I'll be honest with you. I feel sorry for. I see the cow haulers pass me. It's like, oh, sorry. I'm just like that kid. You see that video where the kid said, I know that's right. See, I'll eat my leftovers till I'm about to throw up. My wife, she'll cook it once and then won't eat it. I'm like, nah, babe. Put that in, wrap that up, put it in the freezer. I'll take it with me. So when I come home, I go shopping. All I gotta do is warm it up. You know what I mean? But but the thing I just wanted to say is, everybody has a preference with your cooking. If you overcook it or undercook it, it's your preference. And is it overcooked? Not really, because that's how you want it done. So maybe it's just right. To be honest with you, maybe it's just right. And you know, especially nowadays, appreciate what you got. Oh, okay. They say you're supposed to deep fry in lard. I got that. It was a little bit different. It wasn't a lot different, but you could taste the difference. It looked slightly different, like onion rings or fries, or it was a little bit different. But they say that frying in animal fat is supposed to be better for you. I don't know. I don't know. We're not health conscious here. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. It is a slippery slope. Um, when I'm finding out certain deficiencies cause cravings, that's what I'm starting to work out now. Certain deficiencies cause craving. And I don't want cravings because I fall short to my cravings every daggone time. Every daggone time I fall short to my cravings. Good. Got about to get ready to get up out of here. And it's funny you said that, Mike. I am heading to Florida. Jesus, Jesus, take the wheel. I am heading to Florida. Ain't that crazy? Um, I'm either gonna do it today or Thursday. I'm gonna have a credit card paid off. Oh my god, it took me like 5 or 6 years. Oh my god, I have a credit card paid off. Um, all right, well, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being part of my life. Well, this is about to take the stage coming up next. Um, and after that, cruising is fun anytime. We go live together with the crew and Miss T with the T. I don't know if Crooked Peach is going live today, uh, but look around and check each other out. And as always, don't think nobody loves you. Know that I love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm about to get on the road. Say a prayer for a brother so I can get through this. Get it over with. I will catch you guys later. Deuces.